Hey everybody, this is Keith here of Euphoria Pictures. Welcome back to my channel. Right folks, so for this video I'm going to be unboxing and briefly reviewing the 4K picture for the 3 Ocean movies. And as you can see, all 3 of them come in these rather beautiful looking Steelbook editions. And looking forward to taking you around these and showing you exactly what it looks like. Now, as far as I'm aware of, you can only get these movies on Steelbook form. There's also a Trilogy Steelbook out there, and actually, as a matter of fact, that Trilogy Steelbook looks like it would pair up very nicely with these 3 here. And you never know, sometime in the future, if the Steelbook does drop down rapidly in price, I might consider picking it up and have a pairing with these other 3. But yes, yeah, apparently you can only get them on Steelbook form. I don't necessarily agree with that because even though I am a fan of Steelbooks, I know there's a lot of people out there that don't. And I don't think you should be forced into buying a Steelbook edition. There should always be a standard release as well. That seems to be becoming a bit of a habit now at the moment. I think they've done something similar with Footloose over here, where you can only get the Steelbook edition, no standard release. So yeah, I don't necessarily agree with that. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there frustrated by the fact that if they want this movie, they're going to have to buy a Steelbook to get it. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame that. Now, when it comes to the movies themselves, I'm a massive fan to a certain degree. I think Ocean's 11 and Ocean's 13 are fantastic. The second one, Ocean's 12, I could never get into it. The only reason to why I actually bought it is to complete the set. Not only that, I've only seen it once, and I'm kind of hoping I'll feel very differently about it. Because if you're not aware of this trilogy, it's quite simple. It's your typical heist movie. It's all about recruitment, planning, preparing and executing, and it's done incredibly well. But for some strange reason with the 12th one, Ocean's 12, I don't know why, but when I watched it the first time, it just seemed like the cast were there for the sake of being there. They were given this budget and they were like, look, do whatever you want with it, and it just seemed like everyone was there for a good time. And yeah, I don't know why, it never sat well with me. And when they went back to Ocean's 13 and kind of went back to the whole heist thing, it was a welcome return. But having said that, I'm happy they left it at that as well, because if they kept going, chances are it would have become very stale. Now, in terms of the cast is amazing, really are. The chemistry between the lot of them is absolutely perfection. I wouldn't change a thing. And when you see how it all comes together, particularly on Ocean's 11 and Ocean's 13, when you see when it, you know, all the preparation and when it all comes, it's quite amazing to look at. It really, really is. Because you're seeing the planning all during the movie and you're kind of going, right, what's happening here? Why are they doing this? Why are they doing that? And then when you see it at the end, you're like, ah, now I get it. It's a great, I won't say a great trilogy, because like I said, Ocean's 12 is a bit of a downer, but Ocean's 11 and Ocean 13, if you are big into your heist movies, I can't think of better movies than these. Now, in terms of special features that you get on these, I think, I might be right in saying this, but it could be the same special features that we got on the Blu-ray release. I think there's making-ofs for all 3 of the movies. There's a few audio commentaries in there. It is by no means jam-packed, but look, special features are special features, and it's always great to see them when they're in there. Right, so I'm going to take us around these Steelbooks. I'm going to show you what they look like, and then I'm going to come back and just share my thoughts on the 4K transfers. So, yeah, let's get to it. Right, so here we go, the Oceans trilogy. So I thought I would put all 3 of them together here right at the start. I'm sorry I can't get them fully into frame, but look, it gives you an idea of what they're like. But as you can see, they pair up rather beautifully together. The colour schemes, I think, are beautiful. Ocean's 12 really stands out for me, the black. I think they're beautiful. I really am. I'm so happy I picked them up. So I'm going to just put these 2 to a side and let's get going with Ocean's 11. Now, there is a J card. It simply wraps around it, and I'm going to just quickly bring that in and let you have a look at it. But of course, you get the usual right up on the top, special features in the middle, and your technical aspects at the bottom. So that's the J card. Let's get on with the Steelbook. So it does have this beautiful high gloss finish to it. As you can see, it's basically representing a deck of cards. It screams Las Vegas. And like I said, I fell in love with them the minute I seen them. The rating stickers are 6 stickers. Of course, they can be removed. As a matter of fact, I really need to remove them because they are a bit of an eyesore. But you'll notice as well there, right at the bottom, you've got the cast, George Clooney, Matt Damon, Brad Pitt and Julia Roberts. So that is the artwork on the Steelbook. I'll take you to the spine of this one. Just quickly show it to you again. And right around to the back, and you've simply got a heart there. You kind of got this casino chip right in the middle. And then right inside that casino chip, you will notice there is a SWAT van. But it is the colours that really do blow you away. Unfortunately, it being a Warner Brothers release, they just had to put those credits down the bottom of the Steelbook. I wish they wouldn't. I wish they would stop that. So that is the back of the Steelbook. I will open it up, and that is it in full. Beautiful. So turn it around, and here we go. This is the discs inside. You know what? I'm not going to remove them because I actually tried removing that Blu-ray, and it's actually quite hard to get out. But it gives you an idea of what's inside the actual Steelbook. It is the entire cast itself. As you can see, the 4K disc does go very well with the Steelbook. And then, of course, the Blu-ray is just a simple, boring blue. So there you go, folks. That is the first Steelbook, Ocean's 11. So I'm going to make my way onto Ocean's 12. Right, so just like Ocean's 11, there is a J card. I'm going to bring it in once again. And as you can see, it is very, very similar. The right up on top, features in the middle, credits down the bottom. And yeah, it has that first time on 4K, just like the last one as well. So that is the J card. Put that to a side. Let's get on. And like I said at the start here, this is definitely my favourite of the colour schemes. Again, sticking to that kind of deck of cards look. It's brilliant. I think it's a great idea. Again, I'm not quite sure how people feel about these Steelbooks out there, but yeah, I'm in love with them. I really am. So much similar to the last one as well, when you take it in, you've got the cast there again. You simply got Brad Pitt, George Clooney. You've also got Catherine Zeta-Jones there as well. Julia Roberts, Don Cheadle, Matt Damon. I think that's meant to be Andy Garcia on the left-hand side, but it doesn't look like him. But look, take nothing away from it. It's still rather beautiful. So that is the main artwork. High gloss finish on this one as well, naturally. That is the spine of it. And then right around to the back. And as you see now, we've got a club here. And I tell you, I love the kind of cream frame to it as well. It is quite brilliant. It really is. And inside, you got that chip again. And again, I can't quite remember this movie that well. But is that the thing they were trying to steal in this? I honestly don't know. I have a funny feeling that might be the case. Again, I'm sure you'll let me know in the comment section. But again, of course, you got the credits there on the bottom. So I will open this Steelbook up in full. And there you have it. Yeah, definitely my favourite of the three. So turn it around, and much similar again. You just got the cast and the inside of the Steelbook. And again, the 4K disc pairing up beautifully with the Steelbook itself. So there you have it, folks. That is Ocean's 12, and all that's left to do is show Ocean's 13. Right, so here we go. This is the final Steelbook, Ocean's 13. So I'm going to quickly bring in the J card once again. And as you can see, it is the exact same as the other two. It pairs up rather beautifully. So I'm not going to spend too much time with it, but I'll put it to a side. Let's get on with the Steelbook. And you will notice that the colour scheme is almost identical to Ocean's 11, only for the colours are reversed. Instead of having a white frame, you've got a red frame in this one now, and then the inside of it is white. So I'm presuming that when you buy the Trilogy set, because this represents spades, Ocean's 12 was clubs and Ocean's 11 was hearts. So I'm presuming the Trilogy is going to be diamonds, and something's telling me it's going to be black. So yes, I'm almost intrigued now to pick up that Steelbook sometime in the future. But you will notice the casino there right in the middle. That's a casino they're actually robbing. You will also notice the 5 diamonds going around it as well, because that's what Al Pacino's trying to get the is it the 5 diamond award. So quite a nice touch to put that in the Steelbook. You've got George Clooney, Brad Pitt and Matt Damon down the bottom there as well. So that is the Steelbook. Again, another nice high gloss finish to it. That is the spine of it. And then right around to the back, and like I said, you've got the spades there. And again, just like the other two, you've got the kind of casino chip right in the middle. And of course, you got the diamond there as well. So yes, they're just it's beautiful the way they all pair up together. And I can only imagine what it would look like when you do get that Trilogy Steelbook. So that is the Steelbook in full. And then turn it around. And as you can see, it's much the same again. It's the entire cast inside the Steelbook. Ocean's 13, again, pairing up quite nicely with the Steelbook itself. So there you have it, folks. That's a close look at all three of these Steelbooks, and I honestly cannot praise them enough. Right, so on to the 4K transfers. Now, I just wanted to quickly say right at the start here, unfortunately, I didn't get around to watching Ocean's 12. I just ran out of time because I don't know when I'm going to get around to watching it. So what I done was I actually knocked it on for a couple of minutes just to get an idea of the 4K transfer. And from what I've been seeing, it looks very, very similar to Ocean's 11 and Ocean's 13. No surprise there. There is one or two little differences, but I'll talk about that very, very soon. So I have to tell you, this was a bit of a no-brainer for myself to pick these up because I was never a fan of the Blu-rays. I never thought they looked all that great, and they also came with Dolby Digital 5.1 audio. So thankfully they've addressed a lot of that when it comes to these releases. And the results here are incredible. They really, really are. Now, the one thing about Steven Soderbergh is I've noticed he likes to use different kind of colour palettes for his movies. Like, for instance, if you look at Ocean's 11, just look at Danny at the start and him in the prison. You'll notice that there's these kind of cool blues. But then whenever it gets to like a casino or anything like that, you get these kind of warm colour tones. So yes, the palettes are always changing, and I'm happy to report nothing has changed here on the 4K release. The palettes are completely the same, nothing different whatsoever, and just as well because you'll be taking something away from these transfers if you did remove that. Ocean's 11 was very striking, I'm not going to lie. It didn't start off that way because, again, going back to that scene with Danny when he's in the prison, the first shot is him sitting in the chair there talking to his parole officers. And you're looking at it and you're going, yeah, it looks good, nothing amazing. But then all of a sudden the camera angle changes and it goes a bit closer to him, and then all of a sudden, bang, you're into 4K detail. You can make out every single pore and wrinkle on his face. It was quite amazing. And then, of course, when the movie goes on, it is absolutely astonishing. Again, when it gets to Vegas, you're just going to see so much colour that you've never seen before when it comes to Ocean's 11. The HDR10 colours really do make a difference here. The black levels are insanely deep. There's one scene that actually stood out for me. It's Brad Pitt when he's teaching all the celebrities how to play poker. There's a bit when he's actually walking into that poker game. Just look at the black levels. They're infinite. They're so deep, so inky, and absolutely no sign of crushing whatsoever. Ocean's 11 is a stunner, folks, and if you're a fan of it, I think you're going to be massively impressed by this. Now, Ocean's 12, like I said, bear in mind, I've only knocked this on for a few minutes, and in terms of fine detail, black levels and shadow detail, all that kind of stuff, clarity, contrast, it looks very, very similar to Ocean's 11. The only thing I will say is, it does appear to have a slightly darker tone. Now, again, I don't know if that's just the couple of minutes that I looked at. Again, I was skipping through, but it does seem to have a darker tone to Ocean's 11. But take nothing away from it. It looks equally as impressive as Ocean's 11. I don't think you're going to have any complaints whatsoever. I was blown away by it, and I'm actually looking forward to finally sitting down and watching that one, and fingers crossed I'll enjoy it a hell of a lot more than I did the first time I watched it. And when it comes to Ocean 13, again, same thing in terms of fine detail, contrast, clarity, sharpness, black levels. Everything looks absolutely fantastic, but the colours in this one, I think it's definitely the most vibrant of the three. You are not going to believe some of the colours that you're going to see on Ocean 13. It's an absolute game changer, folks. Look, it goes without saying, if you have the Blu-rays, you have to know what they're like. I was very underwhelmed by them. These look absolutely astonishing. They really, really do. And look, just don't think about it. If you're a fan, just pick them up. It is a shame that you have to get the Steelbook edition of it, but trust me, it's worth it in the end. Now, all three movies come with brand new audio as well. You get DTS 5.1 audio for all three. And again, I can't really say much about Ocean's 12, but Ocean's 11 and Ocean's 13 are very, very active, very immersive, particularly when it goes into the casinos. You can hear nothing but crowds around you. The speaker, your rear speakers are amazingly active. And not only that, but I kind of have... but if you knock on... there's a function on my sound system, if you actually knock on surround on... your higher channels come into play, even though it is not Dolby Atmos. And I have to tell you, that function worked incredibly well on Ocean's 11 and Ocean's 13. It felt like I was in a dome of sound, particularly when it was in those casinos. But then for the most part, it is front heavy, the dialogue is clean, you're going to have absolutely no issues whatsoever. The DTS 5.1 are welcome additions to these movies. Again, I was not happy about how the Blu-rays sounded with them Dolby Digital 5.1 audio, so yes, you're getting a major upgrade here. So there you have it, folks. I just wanted to quickly share my thoughts on these movies. The results are absolutely amazing. Fantastic picture quality, amazing sound as well. It's a win-win. And like I said, if you're a fan of these movies, don't think about it. Just go out and buy them. So there you have it, folks. So as per usual, if you did like what you see here, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you could leave a comment down below. And please do share your thoughts on this trilogy. And yeah, I hope to see you all again real soon with my next video. Until then, I'll see you soon. Bye bye.